All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. Everybody say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powdered Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, and let's get started with today's video. So it's time for another CJRB budget button lock, and this one comes from our friend Justin at White Mountain Knives. Don't forget, I'm an affiliate. You can save 10% with code KnivesFAST at checkout. This is the CJRB Riff. Yet another in a long line of great budget knives from CJRB this year. We'll go over some of those in a minute, but you know you've got the Pyrite, of course, the Lago, Echo, and now the Riff, and there's probably been some others that I'm missing in there, but all really, really good. Now, this is a button lock, of course. You have G10 scales. I got kind of a little pattern back here. You have chamfering all the way around, including here at where your finger curls around here. Normally a lock bar access area, but of course your lock is this. You do have mostly flush when closed on that button, and you got a little recess for it. Looks like a little T6 there, right where the stop pin is, which is interesting. T6 is there as well, I believe. You do have a loop over deep carry pocket clip with a tiny little bit sticking out. Not well, wait a minute. Yep, it is reversible. Look at that. And it sits on the scale, has flat screws, and, you know, their clip is pretty good. It's nothing fancy. It sits pretty low. It's got good retention, good in and out of the pocket, and really doesn't interfere with the grip much at all. So I'll call that a bonus. You do have a pivot that is tooled on one side, so it should be captive, and it is on both sides. The pivot sticks up proud just a little bit. So there you go. Now you do have this really cool fuller and some aggressive jimping you can already see there, and of course a clip point. Now again, you do have well, yeah. So you have a lanyard hole here, and you have barrel spacers. You do have quite a bit. Well, hold on, I think so. No, there isn't any. Wow, okay, for some reason I thought there was, but there is no skeletonization for weight relief. It's a chunky boy, and I think it's designed to be a work knife, so that's fine with me. Now, couple methods of deployment. You do have a kind of squared off flipper tab, no jimping, but it grabs your finger. Bam, you know, it's going nice. Detent, which is obviously the spring in a button lock, and then you have this great fuller. Boom, you can middle finger flick it. Boom, you can thumb flick it. Really good. You can see the drop. Let's just do it as a drop. Is really nice. Does come down pretty easily. No problems there unless you let go of the button too early. But yeah, fidgety knife. Really nice. Now, like I said, this one is a bit chunkier. I don't think it's a lot thicker than most of them, but it's definitely chunkier. Your thumb comes right on that jimping. That jimping is really locking me in. It does have on the blade here a sharpening choil, but as you can see, your plunge continues. It's a very slow fade on that plunge. So you might end up with a frown there. I wish the sharpening choil was a little bit bigger, but it is a big boy blade, and you've got a stonewash finish. Not a very high grind. It is, wow, I got to look that up. I think it's a hollow, but some of these are so, it's tough, guys. Some of them are so very, man, it's not going to tell me. Nope, it says flat. Okay. Some of the hollow grinds these days are so shallow, it's really hard to tell. But I love the finishing. You got the CJRB logo here, the model number and the AR RPM 9, so not terrible on the billboarding, and I love the finishing of this blade, and I like how it kind of swoops down here, and you have this great clip point blade. And speaking of that, speaking of the blade, that is, it is a nice cutting knife, good grind on it, just feels nice and sharp, and you know, you got a clip point, so it'll do some piercing as well. Excuse me. No No button stick on this one. I know Big Red EDC has quite a bit of button stick on his, but he said it's not bad. It's just noticeable, if you will, but not like keeping him from using the knife properly. Man, guys, I was fine just a moment ago, and now I'm hacking my brains off. Sorry about that. And yeah, so let's talk about specs. I'm going to put it there. Now, there are 4 versions of this on White Mountain Knives. There's a green micarta with the stonewash blade, green micarta with a black blade, black G10, which is what you see here, with a stonewash blade, and black G10 with a black blade. All of them are AR RPM 9, and all of them appear to be $73. But again, you can get that 10% off with code KnivesFAST. 8.19 inches overall, so great size. 4.72 closed, 3.47 on the blade, 0.13 on the stock. So again, a little thicker, but again, I think it's supposed, it's high enough that it's sharp, but it's thick enough that it's going to be a great worker. Now, guys, here's what I was talking about. No weight relief in there. This is 4.9 ounces, but I never had a problem carrying it, thinking it was too heavy. It didn't like pull down hard on my pocket. By the way, carries very nice. Plenty of room to get your hand in and out of your pocket on the other side. Not coming out when you shake it. Great lockup. No lock, rock, or blade play. Let's see. Is she centered? Yep. Very good. So, yeah, excellent budget knife. And again, $73 for AR RPM 9 and G10. Not too bad. Again, you can get that 10% off, and it makes it even better. Now, for comparisons, we're going to start with a favorite CJRB this year, the Lago. The Lago is a fantastic knife, different blade shape, a little bit thinner. It does have weight relief. It is lighter, and I think the price is somewhere around that same range, if I remember correctly. And then, of course, this is the pyrite. This is the titanium pyrite. It is quite a bit smaller, as you can see. It is thinner, and again, some great options this year. Now, let's do our normal comparisons, if you will. We'll put these out of the way. I got so much stuff sitting on this table. Here is your Ontario Rat 1. The Rat 1 is going to be a little bit bigger in the handle and a tiny bit bigger in the blade. And it is going to be way bigger, the riff, than the Ontario Rat 2. So there are your comparisons. I don't know, guys. I think this is another really great budget option from our friends at CJRB and Artisan Cutlery. What do you guys think? And again, check it out over at White Mountain Knives. Very cool of Justin to send this out. I got to get it turned back around to him because Blade Show is almost here. So I've got to get everything out of here and get out of town. So you're going to see this like 2 weeks down the road, and you're going to be like, Blade Show's been over. What are you talking about? So yeah, I don't ever know what I'm talking about, but in this case, I am recording this before Blade Show. So give me a thumbs up, guys. Let me know what you think of the CJRB riff. Really cool, really nice, and yeah, great sharing it with you guys. Do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and thank you so much for your support and being awesome and for watching the KnivesFAST channel.